What I'm about to teach you in this video has the power to change your trading life forever. And this is the exact system that got me from zero to making 10K a month consistently, and also helped my students go from zero to over $750,000 in funding, which equals to about 10K a month easy. And the concept that I am about to teach you, 90% of traders ignore it. And I have to give you a disclaimer. If you are the type of person who can't sit an entire video and learn what I'm about to teach you for free, then I am afraid this is not going to work for you. And so I am going to give you 5 steps that will guarantee that you will go from 0 to 10K a month easy without blowing your accounts. The concept that I'm going to teach you is called detachment, and I have written them down, so let's get into it. Number 1 is that you need to understand forex trading is a game of probability, and win rate and risk to reward is what we are playing. 90% of traders, they lose money because they quit. They don't really stick to a strategy long enough to see the results. What do I mean? Let's use an example of 10 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And we will use my strategy, which has a 50% win rate and a risk to reward ratio of 1:2. Now, this means that out of these 10 trades, 5 of them are going to be losers. And I am okay with that. A lot of traders are not okay with that. So that is number 1 difference. So this is what helps me stay detached from the market. So let's say I am risking $50 per trade. I start with a losing streak. So trade number 1 is minus 50, trade number 2 is minus 50, trade number 3 is minus 50, trade number 4 is minus 50, and trade number 5 is minus 50. Now, the initial capital here is $500. And by the time I'm reaching trade number 5, I've already lost half of the account. This is where amateur traders quit. They change strategy. However, I understand that my strategy has a 50% win rate, so there is a possibility the next 5 trades are going to be winners. And if they are winners, then that means I make 100 per trade because it's a risk to reward ratio of 1:2. Then I make another 100 on that day. Then on day 8, I make another 100. Then on day 9, I make another 100. And then on day 10, I make another 100. Now, the difference between me and the losing trader is that the losing trader actually lost money because they did not stay long enough to the market to the point where the market actually rewarded them for consistency. And they left the market at negative $250. However, the next 5 days, the market gives you an extra $500, which means that with your capital, which was at $250, if you add the extra $500, you are now at $750 net. And if you subtract your initial $500, your balance is positive $250 after those 10 trades. So the secret number 1 is that the game we are playing is a game of probability. And the game of probability is determined by your win rate, your risk to reward ratio, and your consistency. So that is number 1. Number 2 is that execution is king. What does that mean? It means that having a strategy that is reliable and consistent. For example, our strategy is the opening range breakout. And you can see that even though we got stopped out in the first trade, the second trade actually covered the loss and gave us profits. And I use this every single day. Notice the previous day we got another winner. And having a simple, repeatable strategy helps you stay detached from the market because, number one, you understand you're playing a game of probability. Number two, your strategy eliminates all the confusion out of trading. And all you have to do is just show up and follow the process and execute without really caring about the profits and losses. That is key. Showing up and executing like a robot. That is number two. Number three is what we call risk management. And if we come back to our game, you'll notice that we have a consistent risk that we are putting in the market, which is $50, $50, 50, 50, 50. And we are targeting 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. This is a concept that most traders, I would say 90% of traders, they don't understand risk management. And you know what I'm talking about if you are in that camp, because you keep blowing your accounts after 3 trades, 4 trades, 5 trades. You've never really held an account for more than 1 week or 1 month. And how will you ever make profits if you are risking $100 in one trade, you are risking 10 on one, you are risking 5 on one? How will you ever recover your losses? The game is risk management, making sure that you are minimizing your risk or you are controlling your risk and you are maximizing your profits. Otherwise, if you over risk on just one single trade, it will cost you your profit. You will not make this $250. It will be very hard for you to recover. So, staying detached from the market means that you accept the risk and say, I am going to lose the $50 and I am okay with that. Every single time you come to the market, you are okay losing a specific amount of money. And if you do this, I guarantee that it's going to be very easy for you to recover your losses with 1 or 2 trades. For example, notice we took 5 days to lose to $50, and it took us 2.5 days to recover all that profit, and another 2.5 days to make $250. So the game is just risk management. And then number 4 is understanding that this is a business. You cannot bring emotions to the market because think about it. So imagine this scenario. You have a shop, you are selling shoes, and this particular day you open your shop, you spend transport, you eat lunch, you pay electricity, you have these expenses, you even add stock. But on this particular day, nobody shows up to your shop. Does this mean that you are a bad businessman or your business will fail because one day nobody came to the business? You still are down that day, but you're not really worried because you know the next customer will come tomorrow or the day after, and whatever it is they purchase, the profits will cover the expenses that occurred during the slow days. It's the same exact thing. The days that you have your losses are the days that you are slow in the market. So that means that you have just had expenses and you are waiting for those days that you'll have profits that will offset your expenses, and then whatever is the remaining is your profit. That is how we operate like a business. So you cannot bring emotions because of one losing day or 2 losing day or even a losing week. And then lastly is being flexible. Guys, the market does not owe you anything. And the more flexible you are, the easier it is for you to actually make money in the market. What do I mean? For example, our setup gave us a sell signal yesterday, and that sell signal was a false signal. So we had 2 options. Option number 1, complain that the market just takes our money and we have no power over what we can do. Or step number 2, be adaptable, flexible, and wait for the market to give us a different signal. And it gave us a reversal signal. Notice how it went in our direction. We actually covered the loss and made some profits. And this just comes down to understanding your system and being flexible and in flow with the market. And in our underground community, Delusional Traders, we teach you exactly how to use this breakout formula and to apply these 5 steps so that you can also scale your account from zero to over 50,000 and even $700,000 in funding. It's as easy as that. Links will be in the description if you want to join us and apply this and see for yourself.